Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you on this Thursday morning? It is the 5th day of October. I'm glad you're here. This is a very important video this morning as we look at the future of what is still Tropical Depression 16. It is very close to tropical storm status, but it hasn't reached that yet. And it's going to have a tough day as it interacts with land around the Central America area today. But we think once it gets into the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, the National Hurricane Center has it as a hurricane within the next 72 hours over the Gulf and then moving into the north central U.S. coastline. That's us. So the cone is, we're right in the middle of the cone. And we're also on the wrong side of the storm. We're on the rougher side with the threat of tornadoes and tropical downpours. So we're going to run it down for you. There's much uncertainty on the future of Nate. Hopefully it will get more certain as the day goes on. But this is what we know now and what we don't know, too. So Tropical Depression 16 has not gained tropical storm status yet. It is very close to it. It will have an interaction with Nicaragua and Honduras today, and then eventually the Yucatan, so that may stifle development. But as it gets into the warmer waters of the Gulf of Mexico, still expected to become a hurricane over the next 72 hours and head towards the central Gulf Coast. Right now, top winds are at 35 miles per hour, moving northwest at about 7 miles per hour. So let's take a closer look at that cone there. You can see 2 a.m. Sunday morning, late Saturday night, just off the southeast Louisiana coast and taking all day long to move through southern Mississippi, western Alabama, into northern Alabama by late Sunday night. So that'll be a day of tropical downpours, the threat of tornadoes on the east side, maybe some tropical storm force winds here in Alabama based on this current track, which will probably change. We'll see. It keeps moving westward. This is the spaghetti model spread out from Louisiana all the way over to Florida. Still much uncertainty, but a lot of them are bunched together right over us. The European certainly has most of its member models bunched over right over us, so that would lead you to think that we're going to have a big impact from this system. The GFS is farther to the west. It's the farthest west of all the global models. It's over into Mississippi and Louisiana. This is the European Sunday morning at 7 a.m. showing what looks like a tropical storm, perhaps a hurricane, just south of New Orleans, moving on towards the northeast. It's a little slower than the other models. It takes it to around Meridian, let's say at 7 p.m. Sunday night. And then farther off to the northeast, the timing goes to, this is 1 a.m. on Monday morning, and it's just west of Tuscaloosa. Again, this is the European model, a model we really respect quite a bit. And then Monday morning at 7 a.m., it has it up around the Muscle Shoals area. Still in effect from us with tropical downpours and the threat of some tornadoes as well. This is the GFS. It's a little weaker. In fact, it's much weaker Sunday morning at 7 a.m. as it brings the system into southeast Louisiana. And then on northward, a little quicker towards the Tupelo area Sunday night at 7 p.m. So notice how different each model is. Then Monday morning at 7 a.m., it has it towards the Tennessee border. I kind of like the weaker GFS, so let's hope that this storm is a weaker system when it arrives with us. Tropical storm threat of winds, tropical storm wind threat will be increasing across southern and central Alabama late Saturday night into Sunday. Rainfall potential, that depends on which model you look at and what track it takes. Could be 1 to 3 inches in the eastern counties, could be 3 to 5 inches in the western counties. Again, it all depends, and it will change. I just wanted to give you kind of a look at this early on. For today, mostly sunny with a high temperature in the upper 80s. No threat of anything bad today. Tonight's low 63, winds out of the northeast and light 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tomorrow, we see the tropical system in the Gulf, but for us, another warm day with a high temperature, maybe teetering close to 90. I'll say 89. Tropical moisture coming in Saturday, so an increasing chance of rain. I know that could affect some football games on Saturday. We'll continue to watch it, and we'll be focusing more on that tomorrow. Here's a spot check then. So showers and thunderstorms increasing as we get into the day Saturday, especially Saturday night into Sunday, and then with a lingering effect from Nate on Monday. And then Tuesday, a front approaches, 30% chance of showers, and that front will bring us some cooler air. This is the front coming in on Tuesday. Nice air back behind it. And boy, oh boy, I think by the middle of next week, we could see temperatures maybe upper 70s to around 80 for a high, and nice breeze again. So some good air coming in soon after we get rid of this tropical system, the tropical concerns around Nate. Our weather app will be your best friend over the next few days. Stay up with the tropics, stay up with the latest blog posts and videos. Also, 10-day forecast hour hourly forecast radar, future radar. You definitely want this on your phone before this storm gets here. Go to the App Store, search Rich Thomas Weather. Hey, one more parting shot of the National Hurricane Center cone, which covers most of Alabama. We always tell you to ignore the center line, but I just wanted to show you where the center line happens to be coming into the Alabama Gulf Coast on Sunday morning, and then west of Montgomery, and then on northward. So we'll see if that changes. The cone continues to evolve, and we'll have more later. There will be a high-altitude NOAA aircraft sampling the environment around the storm today, and that information will be fed into the models, and hopefully that's going to lead to more certainty in future model forecasts. I hope so. There'll be posts throughout the day, of course, especially a major post this afternoon. I'm guessing that will be out by between 4 and 4:30, okay? And also we'll be live on the radio this morning talking about this system on News Talk 93.1 from 6 to 9 a.m. And my forecast across the dial updated as needed on the entire Blue Water family of stations. Stay in touch with this situation. Share this post. Get the weather app on your phone, and I'll see you later, okay? Thanks.
Rich Thomas Weather.